When survival is the only goal, and trust is as fleeting as your next meal, can your group hold it together, or succumb to the undead? The Walking Dead Universe's RPG. Is it for you? Let's review. Hi, hello, I'm Turk, and welcome back to the Grouch Couch, where we review TTRPGs to help you decide if they're for you and your table or not. Today, we're looking at The Walking Dead Universe's RPG by Free League Publishing, a game that takes you into the gritty, desperate world of the hit TV series and comic book franchise. Let's see if it's worth your time, or if it's just another walker shambling on through. As a quick disclaimer, I am also doing a solo RPG actual play of this system right now on our channel. Feel free to check it out, card up here and link down in description. All right, what is it? What is The Walking Dead Universe's RPG? It is, of course, a narrative-driven tabletop role-playing game set in a post-apocalyptic world of The Walking Dead. Of course, it was designed by Free League Publishing using their tired and tested Year Zero engine, and this game emphasizes survival, tough choices, and relationships. Released in 2023, it is available as a core rulebook for $50 or a starter set for $40, and you can get digital formats of both of these things starting at around $20. You can get it from Free League's website or from Drive-Thru RPG. Feel free to use our link down in the description if you want to help support the show. All right, now we're going to talk about the outside of this thing. I do not have a physical copy of either edition, sadly. A little bit out of my price range currently, but this game is a beauty. The core rulebook is grungy, blood-streaked, it's hardcover with smoky, apocalyptic visuals that ooze tension and dread. And you can see on the inside, there's a lot of detailed maps and moldy landscape art and nuanced character profiles with character art. The starter set is equally just as slick. It does include pre-made character sheets and a condensed rule book and a Dungeon Master screen that I really, really want to put on my wall of Dungeon Master screens. But the starter set rulebook does look like it's a little bit shorter than you might expect. The overall aesthetic does set the tone perfectly. I mean, brutal, grim, and gritty. So now let's talk about the inside. Of course, what's included in this here set. The game breaks it into digestible chapters that cover the basics for how to play. Character creation, how to build a survivor, of course. You've got havens, which you actually create and manage a home base. There are survival modes as well as campaign modes that they cover on how to play, as well as a solo mode that I'm currently doing, again, I think in the channel. And there are combat and threat levels that it actually navigates through all the rules of that stuff. So a little bit more in depth of the rules to help you decide if it's for you or not. Of course, we got character creation, and creating a survivor in the Walking Dead Universe's RPG is detailed, yet it's an engaging process that kind of emphasizes the personal stories and relationships, all right? It's kind of the name of the game here. So here's the breakdown. You choose a role, so you fit into whatever stereotype or archetype that you want to be in a zombie apocalypse, like the soldier, the homemaker, the kid, the criminal, the doctor, etc. And each of those define your starting gear and unique talents, but you can kind of mix and match and make up your own. But for example, the kid is frail but resourceful. He has abilities that let him evade trouble and find hidden supplies, which is kind of cool. So after you choose that, you distribute your attributes. You assign points to one of strength, dexterity, wits, or empathy. The classic 4, they're always named different, but it's basically the same stuff as always. These are your core stats, and they determine the size of your dice pool for your dice rolls. You also get to allocate some skills like survival, manipulation, or ranged combat. They're all rated from 0 to 5, and they combine with your dice attributes to create your dice pool whenever you're playing the game. Then you get to select some talents, and talents are unique tricks like calming a tense situation, or being able to drive really good, or landing a headshot. They're kind of things that make your character special. Lastly, we're talking about your relationships and your anchors. So you define your bonds with other survivors that you're with or loved ones. So you create some kind of an anchor, something that'll keep you grounded when the apocalypse becomes way too much. You get to gear up with some specific equipment according to your archetype, like weapon, food, and medicine. And then lastly, you set your drives and your issues. So what motivates your character? What baggage are they carrying? And these elements actually help shape how you play. The current character that I'm playing is a criminal who has a problem not stealing things, and he also will never kill a person. He'll kill the dead, but he will never murder someone. So those are kind of the things that I'm doing. Right, so you create a dice pool and you roll it to get successes. That's pretty much the whole gist of the main mechanics here for the Year Zero engine. If you've played it before, it's tried and true, it works, and it's good. But let's talk about the good stuff here. We've got deep emotional play here, all right? The anchors and the relationships are going to add weight to every decision that you make. Do you want to save your best friend, or are you going to try to grab that last can of beans? Tough call, you know what I'm saying? Also, there's a narrative structure. So campaigns are kind of framed like the TV show with seasons and episodes that kind of mirror the franchise's pacing, which could be a lot of fun for time skips and stuff like that. Also, visually stunning. The art and layout of this book are pretty good, and it keeps the tensions high. I think whenever they were designing this thing, they really tried to make it not be just blocks of text, and they did a good job separating everything to, immerse you into the undead apocalypse. Also, the solo mode is perfect for those who want to explore the apocalypse on their own, create their own stories in this world of The Walking Dead. You don't need friends. Who needs friends? Play by yourself, and it's good. That's what I'm doing. Lastly, customization from character roles like the kid or the soldier. They bring unique havens to this thing, and the haven system is also pretty dang fun, and we like it. Now we're going to talk about the bad stuff here, all right? I feel like the starter set's a little shallow. It's only got a 16-page adventure that kind of feels underwhelming compared to the more robust campaigns and things that Free League has ever released. Also, there are some missed opportunities here for base building and survival mechanics. They could have made it way deeper. There are other Year Zero games like Vaesen and Blade Runner that handle the similar elements way more effectively. Also, there are some overwhelming mechanics here. There are multiple different combat systems for dealing with humans, dealing with zombie groups, or dealing with swarms, and the dice variations can bog down gameplay if you haven't read it and you don't know it by heart. All right, so now we're answering the big question: is it for you? Do you love The Walking Dead or survival-based gameplay? Do you enjoy emotionally charged roleplay and moral decisions dealing with your family members? Do you want a flexible RPG that works for one-shots or even really, really long campaigns whenever your character dies and then you start playing as their child, just like they did in the show? If you're a fan of the Year Zero engine and its mechanics, then yes, all of this here is for you. But if you're new to TTRPGs and want a beginner-friendly experience, if you prefer streamlined mechanics without too much juggle, or if you dislike gritty, high-stakes survival or morally gray storytelling, then I would say no, it's a big pass on this one. So, is The Walking Dead universe RPG for you? I mean, if you want a gritty, emotional dive into the apocalypse, and you don't mind a few mechanical hiccups, this game could be a bloody good time. Let me know what you think about this thing here in the comments, and remember, you can check out my actual play solo series here on YouTube, link wherever you want to find it. Have you played this thing? Are you planning to play this thing? And if you want more TTRPG reviews, live plays, and chaos and shenanigans, make sure to subscribe here to the Grouch Couch. And until then, my friends, watch your back. Take a seat and roll for initiative. I've been Turk. Thanks for watching.